Ow! Lies at my mercy all mine enemies. Now does my project gather to a head. My charms crack not, my spirits obey, and time moves upright with his carriage. How's the day?
On the 9th hour.
At which time, my lord?
You said our work should cease.
I did say so when first I raised the tempest. Say, spirit, how fares the king and his follower?
Abide together.
In the same fashion as the king is not.
They are all prisoners, sir.
They cannot budge until you are released.
The king, his sister, and yours abide all three distracted.
And the remainder mourning over them, brimful of sorrow and dismay.
But chiefly, him that you turned, sir, the good old Lord Gonzalo.
His tears run down his beard like winter's drops on eaves of green.
Your charm, who strongly works on.
That if you now beheld them,
Your affections would become tender.
Dost thou think so, spirit?
Mine would, sir, were I human.
Mine shall. Hast thou which art but air, a touch, a feeling of their afflictions, and shall not myself, one of their kind, that relish all as sharply passion as they, be kindlier moved than thou art? Though with their wrongs I am struck to the quick, yet with my nobler reason against my fury do I take part. The rarer action is in virtue and vengeance. They being penitent, the sole drift of my purpose does extend not a frown further. Go release them, Ariel. My charms I'll break, their senses I'll restore, and they shall be themselves.
I'll fetch them, sir!
I have bedimmed the noontide sun, called forth the mutinous wind, and twixt the green sea and the azured vault set roaring war. To the dread rattling thunder have I given fire, and rifted Jove's stout oak with his own bolt. The strong-based promontory have I made shake, and by the spurs plucked up the pine and the cedar. Graves at my command have waked their sleepers, oped and set them forth by my so potent art. But this rough magic I here abjure. And when I have required some heavenly music to work mine end upon their senses that this airy charm is for, I'll break my staff, bury it certain fathoms in the earth, and deeper than did ever plummet sound, I'll drown my book. Solemn air, and the best comforter to an unsettled fancy, cure thy brains, now useless, spoiled in thy skull. There stand, for you are spelled. Stop! My good Gonzalo, my true preserver, and a loyal sir to him thou followest, I'll pay thy graces home in word and deed. Most cruelly didst thou, Alonso, use me and my daughter. Thy sister was a furtherer in this act. Thou art pinched for it now, Sebastian. Flesh and blood. You, brother mine, who entertained ambition and expelled remorse and nature, who with this lady would have killed your king. I do forgive thee, unnatural though thou art. Their understanding now begins to swell. and the approaching tide will shortly fill the reasonable shore that now lies foul and muddy, yet not one that looks on me would know me. Ariel, fetch the cloak from my sail. I will discase me and present myself as I was sometimes millet. Quickly, spirit, I shall there be free.
Merrily shall I live now under the blossom that hangs on the bough. Merrily shall I live now under the blossom that hangs on the bough.
That's my dainty Ariel. I will miss you. Thou shalt yet have freedom. To the king's ship, invisible as thou art. There thou shalt find the mariners asleep under the hatches. The master and the boatswain being awake, enforce them to this place. And quickly, I pray thee.
I drink the air before me.
And return ere your pulse twice beat.
Behold, Sir King, the wronged Duke of Milan, Prospero. And for more assurance that a living prince doth speak to thee, I will embrace thy body, and bid thee and thy company a hearty welcome.
Thy pulse beats as of flesh and blood, and since I saw thee, the affliction in my mind amends, with which I fear a madness held me. This must crave, if it be at all, a most strange story. Thy dukedom I resign, and do entreat you pardon me my wrongs, but how should Prospero be living and be here?
First, noble friend, let me embrace thine honor. This wonder cannot be measured or confined.
Whether this be or be not, I will not swear.
You do yet taste some subtleties of the island. I will not let you believe things certain. Welcome, friends. But you, my lord and lady, were I so minded, I here could pluck his highness' frown upon you and justify you traitors. But at this time I'll tell no tale.
The devil speaks in him.
No. You, most wicked sir, whom to call brother would even infect my mouth. I do forgive thy rankest faults, all of them, and require my dukedom of thee, which I know, perforce, thou must restore.
If thou beest Prospero, give us the particulars of thy preservation. How thou hast met us 3 hours since we racked upon these shores, where I have lost. How sharp the point of this remembrance is, my dear son Ferdinand.
I am woe for it, sir.
Irreparable is the loss, and patience says it is past virtue.
I rather think you have not sought her help, of whose soft grace, for the like loss I have her sovereign aid.
You, the like loss?
As great to me, for I have lost my daughter.
A daughter? Heavens, that they were living both in Naples, king and queen there. That they were. I would wish myself muddied in that fool's bed where my son lies. When did you lose your daughter?
In this last tempest. But howsoever you have been jostled from your senses, know for certain that I am Prospero, that very duke which was thrust forth of Milan, and who most strangely, upon the shore where you were racked, was landed to be the lord on it. But no more yet is it. Well, sir, I pray you look in. My dukedom, since you have given me again, I will requite you with as good a thing. At least bring forth a wonder to content ye, as much as me, my dukedom.
Sweet lord, you play me false.
No, dearest love, I would not for the world.
Yes, for score of kingdoms you should wrangle, and I would call it fair play.
If this prove a vision of the isle, one dear son shall I Why, sloons!
A most high miracle.
Though the seas threaten, they are merciful. I've cursed them without cause.
Oh, may all the blessings of a glad father compass thee about. Say, how camest thou here?
Oh, wonder. How many goodly creatures are there here? Oh, brave new world that has such people in it.
Is new to thee.
What is this maid with whom thou wast at play? Your eldest acquaintance cannot be 3 hours. Is she the goddess that severed us and brought us thus together?
Sir, she is mortal, but by immortal providence, she's mine. I chose her when I could not ask my father for advice, nor thought I had one. She's daughter to this famous Duke of Millen, from whom I have received a second life. And second father, this lady makes him to me.
I am hers. But how oddly will it sound that I must ask my child's forgiveness.
There, sir, stop. Let us not burden our remembrance with a heaviness that's gone.
I inly wept, or I would have spoke ere this. Look down, O gods, and upon this couple drop a blessed crown. For it is you who have chalked the way that has brought us hither.
I say amen, Gonzalo.
Was Millen thrust from Millen so that his issue may become kings of Naples? Rejoice beyond common joy and set it down in gold on lasting pillars, that in one voyage did Clarabelle find her husband in Tunis, and Ferdinand, her brother, a wife where he himself was lost. In Prospero, his dukedom on this poor isle, and all of us ourselves, when no man was his own.
Give me your hands. Let grief and sorrow still embrace his heart that doth not wish you joy.
Be it so, amen.
Look, sir! Oh, look, sir! Here's more of us!
What is the news?
The best news is we've safely found our king and company. The next, our ship, which but 3 glasses since we gave out quick, is tight and yarn as bravely rigged as when we first put out to sea.
Sir, all this service have I done since I went.
My tricksy spirit.
These are not natural events. They strengthen from strange to stranger. Say, how came you hither?
If I did think sure I were well awake, I'd strive to tell you. We were dead asleep, and I know not how all clapped under hatches, where but even now, strange and several noises, roaring, howling, shrieking, jiggling of chains, and more diversity of sounds out horrible, we were awake, straight away at liberty, for we, in all our trim, freshly beheld our royal, good and gallant ship, our master capering to ire, on a choice so please you, even in a dream, where we divided from them and brought moping hither.
Was it well done?
Bravely, my diligence, thou shalt yet be free.
This is as strange a maze as e'er man trod.
Sir, my liege, do not infest your mind with beating on the strangeness of this business. At Peck's leisure, I'll resolve you. Till when, be cheerful, and think on each thing well. Come hither, my spirit. Go release Caliban and his companions, untie the spell. How fares my gracious sir? There are yet missing of your company a few odd lads, if you remember not.
Every man shift for all the rest, and let no man take care for himself, for all is but fortune. Courage, you bully monster! Courage! Oh. These feature spikes which I wear in my head, here's a goodly sight.
Oh, Setebos, these be brave spirits indeed. How fine my master is. I'm afraid you will chastise me.
Well, what
diamonds are these, my Lord Antonio? Will money buy them?
Very likely. Oh, one of them is a plain fish and no doubt marketable. Oh, Lord.
These three have robbed me. And this demi-devil, for he's a bastard one, had plotted with them to take my light. Two of these fellows you must know and own. This thing of darkness I acknowledge mine.
I shall be pinched to death.
Is this not Stefano, my drunken butler?
Why, he is drunk now. Where had he wine?
And Triculo is reeling right. Where should they find this grand liqueur that has gilded him? Say, how camest thou in this pickle?
I have been in such a pickle since I saw you last that I fear me will never out my bones. Oh, I shall not fear fly blowing.
Why, how now, Stefano?
Oh, touch me not. I am not Stefano, but a cramp.
You'd be king of the isle, sirrah.
I should have been a sore one then.
This is a stranger thing as e'er I looked on.
He is as misshapen in his manners as in his form. Go, sirrah, to my cell. Take with you your companions. And as you look to have my pardon, trim it handsomely.
Aye, that I will. And I will be wise hereafter and seek for grace. What a thrice double ass was I to take this drunkard for a god and worship this damn fool.
Go to, away.
And hence, bestow your luggage where you found it.
Or stole it, rather?
Sir, I invite your highness and your train to my poor cell, where you shall take your rest this one night, and in the morn I'll bring you to your ship, and so to Naples, where I have hoped to see the nuptial of these our dear beloved solemnized. And then I will retire me to my Milan, where every third thought shall be my death.
I long to hear the story of your life. It must take the ear strangely.
I'll deliver all, and promise you calm seas, auspicious gales, and sail so expeditious as it shall catch your royal fleet far off. That, Ariel, is thy charge. Then to the elements, and be free. Fare thou well. Now my charms are all o'erthrown, and what strength I have's mine own, which is most faint. Now 'tis true I must be here, confined by you, or sent to Naples. Let me not, since I have my dukedom got, and pardoned the deceiver, dwell in this bare island by your spell. But release me from my bands with the help of your good hands. Gentle breath of yours my sails must fill, or else my project fail, which was to please. Now I want spirits to enforce, art to enchant, and my ending is despair, unless I am relieved by prayer. It pierces so that it assaults mercy itself, and frees all faults. As you from crimes would pardoned be, let your indulgence set me free.
Bravo!